Beyond the fleeting trends and the endless pursuit of instant gratification lies a deeper, more profound path to an extraordinary life. What if the secret to becoming truly unstoppable wasn't hidden in complex formulas or elusive opportunities, but in a handful of simple daily choices? For decades, the timeless wisdom of figures like Dale Carnegie has shown us that mastery over ourselves and our interactions is the bedrock of all success. This isn't just about getting by. It's about building a life of purpose, influence, and genuine fulfillment. In this video, we're diving deep into transformative habits that can reshape your reality, turning aspiration into achievement. Stick with us until the very end, because the most powerful insights often reveal themselves when you least expect them. If you're ready to unlock your full potential and cultivate the kind of life that makes others wonder how you do it, then this journey is for you. Don't let these powerful principles pass you by. As we uncover each habit, consider how it can change your daily actions and ultimately your destiny. If you find value in these insights, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us share more life-changing wisdom with others who are ready to rise. Plan your day before it begins. Let me impart one of the most potent and transformative ideas you will ever encounter. Never start your day until it's already finished. You might pause, perplexed, wondering about the deeper meaning of such a paradox. It signifies that you should never, under any circumstance, step into a new day unprepared. You should never awaken and find yourself adrift, wondering aimlessly about what to do next. For if you do, life, with its relentless currents and unpredictable storms, will inevitably take over. And here's a crucial truth, profoundly echoing Carnegie's insights on leadership and personal initiative. If you lack a clear plan for your own life, rest assured, someone else already has a plan for you, and it likely involves you serving their objectives, not your own. The vast majority of people, sadly, live their lives in a perpetual state of reaction rather than intention. They rise, immediately check their phones, scroll through an endless cascade of distractions, chase whatever urgent demand screams the loudest, and mistakenly label this chaotic existence as living. But in reality, as Carnegie would imply, this is merely surviving, a struggle against the tide, certainly not thriving. The profound truth lies in this distinction. The difference between a person who is constantly busy and one who is genuinely productive is the plan. A well-conceived plan infuses your day with invaluable structure. It imbues your precious time with profound purpose, and most critically, it hands you the reins of control. The act of planning itself demands surprisingly little time. Just 10 quiet minutes, whether in the serene stillness of the early morning or even more effectively the night before. In those brief yet powerful moments, you engage in the crucial act of decision. You decide what truly matters. You decide what absolutely must get done. You decide who genuinely deserves your precious attention, and just as importantly, who does not. Consider what many successful individuals do. Before their day concludes, they ask themselves, what are the 3 most important things I absolutely need to accomplish tomorrow? Not 30, not 10, but precisely 3. And they commit them to paper, for when an intention is written down, it transcends the realm of fleeting thought and becomes concrete, tangible. And when it's real, it can be achieved. Writing down your plan forcibly brings clarity. It effectively silences the incessant noise of distractions and provides your subconscious mind with a crystal-clear set of instructions. There's another profound secret embedded within this practice. When you meticulously plan your day, you're not merely controlling your time. You are, in fact, seizing control of your very emotions. You eliminate the chaotic confusion that often grips the morning. You dramatically reduce stress. You stride into the day with a palpable sense of purpose and direction, and people inevitably notice this. You become the kind of individual who is perpetually ahead rather than ceaselessly catching up. And allow me to assure you, there is an undeniable magic in being ahead, in anticipating rather than reacting. So, let me leave you with a pivotal question, one that embodies Carnegie's call for proactive living. When will you begin to finish your day before it even starts? Do not surrender your life to the whims of chance. Do not delegate your success to the fickle hand of luck. Instead, initiate each day with unwavering clarity, profound purpose, and unwavering discipline. For the individual who meticulously plans the day is the one who invariably wins the day. Tonight, Before your head even touches the pillow, dedicate a mere 10 minutes. Write down your plan, and tomorrow, observe with amazement how profoundly different your day truly becomes. The power to direct your destiny begins with a thoughtful, deliberate plan. Feed your mind with wisdom. Allow me to share a profound truth I assimilated early in my journey, a truth that resonates deeply with Dale Carnegie's emphasis on continuous personal development. Your mind is akin to a vibrant garden. Within this garden, you possess the power to either cultivate exquisite flowers or allow noxious weeds to proliferate unhindered. But regardless of your choice, something will inevitably grow. And here lies the fundamental principle. If your aspiration is to cultivate a rich, meaningful, and impactful life, then you must diligently and consistently feed your mind. It is, unequivocally, your most invaluable asset, the very crucible where thoughts are forged into actions and dreams into reality. I confess there was a period when I harbored the misconception that I simply didn't have time to read or to engage in deep learning. Yet upon honest reflection, I recognized the stark reality. I always found time for passive consumption, time for television, time for idle gossip, time for trivial nonsense. What I truly lacked was not time itself, but rather direction and prioritization in how I allocated my mental energy. This realization became a pivotal turning point, akin to Carnegie's urging individuals to discover and harness their latent potential. So I forged a non-negotiable daily habit, to consistently feed my mind with something wise, something true, something that inexorably spurred my growth. This nourishment came in myriad forms: profound books that challenged my preconceived notions, illuminating lectures that expanded my worldview, enriching audio programs that filled my commutes with knowledge, the invaluable counsel of mentors who had traversed paths I aspired to follow, and insightful podcasts that offered fresh perspectives. These were ideas designed not merely to entertain, but to genuinely challenge me, to stretch the boundaries of my thinking, and to consistently improve my understanding of myself and the world. If absolutely necessary, I would miss a meal, but I committed to never ever miss my daily feeding of the mind. Why is this practice so astonishingly potent? Because, as Carnegie meticulously illustrated throughout his work, your mind functions as a sophisticated filter. It is the ultimate arbiter of how you interpret the world around you, what beliefs you hold about your own capabilities, what expectations you harbor for others, and critically, what you deem to be truly possible in your life. If you indiscriminately feed your mind with mental junk, negativity, self-doubt, trivialities, and constant criticism, you will, with chilling predictability, cultivate a junk life, characterized by limited perspectives and stifled potential. Conversely, if you diligently feed your mind with wisdom, with insights that elevate and inspire, you will inexorably begin to make superior choices, to construct more beneficial habits, and consequently, to live at a demonstrably higher level of existence. Here is a practical recommendation, simple yet profoundly effective. Begin with just 10 pages a day, not 100, not 50, merely 10 pages from a truly great book. This could be a book on personal development, financial acumen, holistic health, meaningful relationships, enduring philosophy, authentic leadership, or the principles of success. Whatever area of life you aspire to enhance. 10 pages a day might appear negligible, an almost imperceptible commitment, yet project that over a year and you're absorbing 3,650 pages. That equates to the accumulated wisdom contained within 10 to 15 substantial books. And let's be candid, most individuals haven't read that many since their formal schooling days. Let me state this with absolute conviction, echoing Carnegie's emphasis on the interconnectedness of thought and outcome. If your earnest desire is for your life to genuinely improve, then your thinking must, without question, improve first. And when your thinking improves, your decisions become more astute. And when your decisions elevate in quality, so too does your income. The depth and quality of your relationships, the array of opportunities that present themselves, and ultimately, your profound sense of joy and fulfillment. If you aspire to become truly unstoppable, feed your mind every single day without fail. Make it a habit as inherent and automatic as brushing your teeth. For wisdom, unlike fleeting motivation, possesses the profound power to anchor you when life inevitably becomes arduous. It will guide you with unwavering clarity when the path ahead grows murky and uncertain. and it will pull you forward with an irresistible force when you are tempted to merely settle for less than your true potential. So, here is your compelling challenge. Identify your very first book. Open it to page 1. And let that specific day mark the turning point, the day your mind ceased shrinking and instead began its magnificent journey of expansion and growth. Let us collectively build brains capable of building lives of extraordinary meaning and impact. Such is the immense power derived from the intentional feeding of your mind with wisdom. Move your body, master your energy. Allow me to share a truth that has profoundly altered my understanding of personal effectiveness, a truth that, while seemingly physical, holds deep resonance with Dale Carnegie's philosophy on vitality and sustained effort. Take exquisite care of your body, for it is the only place you have to live. It is remarkably effortless to articulate grand dreams, meticulously define ambitious goals, and vividly envision compelling futures. However, if you lack the fundamental energy to pursue these aspirations, if your physical vessel is perpetually tired, weak, or woefully neglected, even the most brilliant and innovative ideas will remain inert, gathering dust on the shelf of unrealized potential. I absorbed this critical lesson early in life. Discipline with your physical health is inextricably linked to discipline with your destiny. You simply cannot extricate the two. They are profoundly intertwined. Your astute mind requires a strong, resilient body to carry its brilliant thoughts and facilitate their execution. Your vibrant spirit needs abundant energy to move mountains, to overcome daunting obstacles, and to inspire others. And your ambitious goals. They unequivocally demand fuel, consistent, high-octane fuel, to be pursued with the vigor and tenacity they deserve. Now let me pose a direct question, one that invites honest introspection. When was the last time you consciously and intentionally moved your body? Not for the fleeting approval of a mirror, not to satisfy someone else's expectations, but solely to honor the magnificent gift of life you have been bestowed. Let me be unequivocally clear. You are not obligated to embark on marathons. You don't need to invest in an expensive gym membership. What you do need is motion, consistent, daily, deliberate, and intentional motion. This could be a brisk walk around your neighborhood block, a series of invigorating stretches upon waking, a short but intense workout within the confines of your living room, or even dancing freely to your favorite music. Whatever you are capable of doing, do it. And then, with unwavering commitment, do it again tomorrow. Why is this consistent movement so vital? Because movement generates momentum, and momentum in turn cultivates motivation. And it is this very motivation, this inner drive, that makes you truly unstoppable. Here is a guiding principle I live by, one that mirrors Carnegie's pragmatism in self-management. Treat your body as a high-performance machine, not merely a storage unit. Feed it with nourishing sustenance. Provide it with adequate restorative rest. And move it purposefully every single day. You will be astonished at how profoundly different life feels when your body is firing on all cylinders, operating at its peak efficiency. When your physical vitality is high, you speak with greater confidence and conviction. Your thoughts flow with enhanced clarity and precision. You show up in every situation with greater strength and presence, and people instinctively sense and respond to this heightened energy. Allow me to re-emphasize a crucial point. Success is not solely a mental endeavor. It possesses a significant physical dimension. When your body is neglected, when its fundamental needs are unmet, every other aspect of your life inevitably suffers. But conversely, when your body is robust and energized, everything else in your life experiences a remarkable elevation. Your capacity for empathy, your ability to focus on others, your patience in challenging conversations, all are enhanced by a well-cared-for body. So, here is your actionable step. A simple yet powerful commitment to yourself. Dedicate at least 20 minutes a day to movement. Begin small, but begin now. Stretch, walk, run, dance, engage in strength training, just move. For motion breathes life into your purpose, injecting it with vitality and dynamism. And purpose without energy, as Carnegie might agree, is merely a wish, a pleasant but ultimately inert thought. If you aspire to lead, to build, to inspire, then you must first master your energy, and that profound mastery begins with the consistent and intentional movement of your magnificent body. Review your goals daily. Let me share a profound truth with you. one that consistently distinguishes the ordinary from the truly exceptional, and which forms a cornerstone of purposeful living, echoing Dale Carnegie's emphasis on clear objectives and unwavering focus. Goals are akin to powerful magnets. They exert an irresistible pull, drawing you inexorably towards your desired future. However, this magnetic force is only activated and sustained if you keep them constantly in front of you, if you remind yourself with deliberate intent every single day of precisely what you are aiming for. Now consider this. Do you genuinely know where you are headed in life? And perhaps even more critically, have you consciously looked at that destination today? For here is a powerful lesson I've internalized, a common pitfall that Carnegie indirectly highlighted in discussions of indecision and drift. Most individuals don't falter in their pursuits due to a lack of ambition or the absence of goals. Their failure stems, more often than not, from the simple act of forgetting them. They meticulously write them down once, perhaps in a burst of initial enthusiasm, then allow them to languish buried deep within a drawer or digital file, and mistakenly label this inert document as ambition. But I assure you, a goal that is not regularly reviewed is a goal that will very swiftly be replaced. Replaced by the clamor of distractions, supplanted by the insidious whispers of self-doubt, overwhelmed by the ceaseless noise of a world pulling you in every conceivable direction except your own intended path. Here's a practice I adopted, a daily ritual that became a powerful antidote to mental drift. Every single morning, before the external world had a chance to impose its agenda, I meticulously reviewed my goals. I read them aloud. I visualized them vividly. Immersing myself in the sensory experience of their attainment, I allowed myself to feel the emotion, the triumph, the satisfaction of achieving them. Why this seemingly simple act? Because it served as a potent daily reminder of who I was becoming, where I was unequivocally heading, and most importantly, why it truly mattered. Goals, understand this deeply, are not merely tasks to be checked off a list. They are targets. And if you fail to aim with deliberate intent on a daily basis, you will inevitably drift, losing precious ground week by week and ultimately failing to reach your desired destination year by year. Let me simplify this profound principle for immediate application. Take a moment right now to identify your top 3 goals. These can be grand or modest, deeply personal or professionally ambitious. Their scale is irrelevant. Starting tomorrow morning, commit to this. Read them aloud. Allow their words to penetrate your eyes, your ears, your very spirit. Speak them until you genuinely believe them. Believe them until you feel an irresistible urge to pursue them with unwavering determination. Pursue them until finally you triumphantly achieve them. This daily review instills daily focus, and focus, as Carnegie's teachings on concentration attest, is the indisputable key to winning not just battles, but the entire war of life. If your earnest desire is to transform your life, do not merely glance at your goals once a year on New Year's Eve, or only when adversity strikes. Instead, look at them every single morning, with the unwavering resolve of a seasoned commander meticulously reviewing the day's mission, because that precisely is what you are, the commander of your own magnificent future. So here is your resolute challenge. Position your goals strategically where they are impossible to ignore. Place them by your bathroom mirror, perhaps as a background on your phone, or conspicuously inside your daily notebook. Wherever you need them to be, put them there, and then gaze upon them every single day. For the more frequently you see them, the more profoundly you will feel them. And the more intensely you feel them, the more likely you are to bring them into tangible reality. Review your goals daily, for the future, without a shadow of a doubt, belongs to those who meticulously prepare for it, one purposeful day at a time. It's the consistent, deliberate focus that transforms aspiration into accomplishment. Practice gratitude intentionally. Let me share a profound insight with you, one that is often overlooked in our relentless pursuit of more, yet forms an indispensable pillar of a truly rich and meaningful life, resonating deeply with Dale Carnegie's emphasis on cultivating a positive mental attitude. Gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion, it is a profound and transformative practice. It is undeniably easy to express thanks once a year, perhaps around a holiday, or in moments of overwhelming good fortune. However, the true power, the genuine, life-altering transformation, emerges when you elevate gratitude to the status of a daily discipline. Here's the undeniable truth, a principle Carnegie highlighted through his studies of human nature. What you choose to focus your mental energy on inexorably expands. If your mind is predominantly occupied with your problems, they will, with uncanny certainty, seem to grow larger, more intractable. If you constantly dwell on your perceived lack, on what is missing from your life, that sense of deficiency will invariably multiply. But if, conversely, you consciously and consistently direct your focus towards your blessings, towards all that you genuinely possess and cherish, something utterly incredible begins to unfold. Your joy will multiply exponentially, your inner peace will deepen beyond measure. And your inherent strength, your capacity to face life's challenges, will likewise expand. There was a time when I mistakenly believed that gratitude was simply a polite thank you. But it is infinitely more profound than a mere verbal acknowledgement. It is a way of seeing the world. It is a unique lens through which you perceive reality. It is, fundamentally, a deeply ingrained habit of the heart. Most people, sadly, awaken each morning and their very first thoughts are consumed by what they don't possess, what is conspicuously absent from their lives, or what, in their estimation, is fundamentally wrong. And then they express bewilderment when their day feels heavy, when their energy levels plummet, and when the inner fire of their spirit seems to have extinguished itself. Let me tell you with absolute conviction, you cannot possibly construct a rich, fulfilling life from a bitter, resentful, or perpetually complaining mindset. You must, with deliberate intent, train your eyes to discern the good, to spot the blessings, even when life feels unequivocally hard, even when the road ahead stretches long and arduous. So here's a practice I began diligently implementing, a simple yet profoundly impactful ritual. Every single morning, I would intentionally write down 3 distinct things I was genuinely grateful for. Not 10, not 20, just 3 simple, tangible things. It could be the simple pleasure of a good cup of coffee, the comforting warmth of a cozy bed, or the precious opportunity to simply try again, to face a new day with renewed purpose. And this consistent daily act had a profound effect. It softened my spirit. It radically shifted my attitude from one of complaint to one of appreciation. And listen closely, for this is where Carnegie's principles of human relations come into play. It fundamentally altered how I interacted with and treated other people. When you genuinely feel grateful, your words take on a different tone. They are infused with warmth and sincerity. You carry yourself with a different gait, a lightness in your step. You begin to attract better opportunities, almost as if the universe conspires to bless your positive outlook. You carry a palpable presence that elevates the entire atmosphere of a room. People are naturally drawn to and want to follow someone who embodies gratitude, not someone who exudes resentment or perpetual discontent. And here's perhaps the most beautiful aspect of all. You don't have to wait for something monumental to occur in your life to express gratitude. True gratitude doesn't demand more. It simply requires awareness. Start precisely where you are. Be genuinely thankful for what you already possess. And that very attitude, that positive energy, will, with absolute certainty, make you truly unstoppable. So here is your compelling challenge. Every single morning, before the demands of the day engulf you, make a conscious effort to write down 3 things for which you are deeply grateful. And then, allow yourself to truly feel that gratitude. Let it gently soften your heart. Let it profoundly renew your perspective. For gratitude isn't just a beneficial habit. It is, without question, a winning habit. And always remember this profound truth, a cornerstone of enduring satisfaction. Learn to be genuinely thankful for what you already have, even as you tirelessly pursue all that you aspire to achieve. That, unequivocally, is how you grow. That is how you lead. And that ultimately is how you rise to your highest potential. Speak with purpose and positivity. Let me share a crucial lesson I learned through hard experience, a truth that echoes the very core of Dale Carnegie's teachings on effective communication and human influence. Your words are potent seeds, and every single time you speak, you are actively planting something. The profound question then becomes, what precisely are you cultivating with your language? Sadly, many individuals speak as if their words carry no weight, as if they are mere ephemeral sounds lost to the wind. They engage in casual gossip, indulge in habitual complaining, and freely criticize others. Then, with a sense of bewilderment, they wonder why their lives feel perpetually heavy, why their relationships often fracture and crumble, and why promising opportunities consistently slip through their grasp. But I discovered a profound duality concerning words. They serve two primary, fundamental purposes. Firstly, they provide sustenance for the mind, shaping our internal narratives and beliefs. Secondly, they create light for understanding, illuminating paths for ourselves and for others. What you consistently say eventually becomes what you genuinely believe, and what you believe, in turn, inexorably shapes the reality you experience and live. Therefore, if your sincere desire is to elevate the quality of your life, you must, with deliberate intent, elevate the quality of your speech. Now, I am not advocating for saccharine sweet talk or a facade of fake positivity. What I am emphasizing is the profound importance of speaking with purpose, with clear vision, with genuine kindness, deliberate intention, and crystal clear clarity. For here is the undeniable truth. Negative, self-defeating words will erode your confidence far more swiftly and profoundly than any external failure ever could. Conversely, a single word of genuine courage, a heartfelt expression of belief, a clear articulation of vision, these have the power to utterly transform a life, be it your own or someone else's. So I made it an unwavering habit. I diligently watched my mouth. I consciously trained myself to articulate what I genuinely desired rather than giving voice to my deepest fears. I made it a point to encourage others, even in moments when I myself felt discouraged and burdened. And critically, I made the conscious choice to speak life, to speak of possibility and growth rather than perpetuating limitations and resignation. Let me challenge you directly at this moment. How do you habitually speak about yourself? Do you frequently utter phrases like, "I'm always so tired," "I can't possibly do this," or "nothing ever works out for me"? Understand that these are not merely fleeting statements. They are, in essence, agreements you are forging with yourself and the universe, and your life, without fail, will rise or fall to the precise level of your words. But if you instead speak with unwavering belief, with radiant hope, with expansive vision, then observe with awe as your life gradually begins to mirror and manifest that very energy. Here is your tangible habit. Every single day, articulate something positive and empowering about your future. Say something genuinely encouraging and uplifting to someone else, and express something deeply honest that propels you forward rather than dragging you backward. For your voice, the words you choose to utter carries immense power, far more than you currently realize. Do not diminish your words by using them merely to describe your existing situation. Instead, wield them with deliberate intent to transform it. Speak as if the entire world is attentively listening, because in a very real sense, it is. And even more importantly, you are listening, and your subconscious mind is absorbing every word you choose to utter. That's the profound power of speaking with purpose and positivity. So there you have it, these seemingly simple habits, when embraced with unwavering consistency and infused with the profound wisdom of pioneers like Dale Carnegie, possess the power to utterly transform your life. Not in an instant, not with a sudden flash of lightning, but gradually, subtly, yet inexorably, over time. Success, as we've explored, is not a singular, monumental event. It's not the result of one stroke of good fortune or even a single groundbreaking idea. True, enduring success is in essence a handful of straightforward, yet incredibly potent disciplines, practiced diligently, day in and day out. That's the unvarnished truth, the foundational bedrock upon which lasting achievement is built. You might find yourself thinking, these habits sound almost too simple to be truly effective, and you would be right. They are simple. But therein lies the profound danger, the subtle trap that ensnares so many. What is remarkably easy to do is, with equal measure, remarkably easy not to do. It's effortless to skip the morning planning ritual. It's all too easy to scroll mindlessly through a feed instead of engaging with a thought-provoking book. It's convenient to complain about circumstances instead of proactively moving your body. It's simple to relegate your goals to the dusty corners of your mind. It's natural to take blessings for granted instead of cultivating gratitude. It's automatic to speak without genuine care or purpose. And it's incredibly tempting to collapse into bed at the end of the day without taking a moment to learn from it, to reflect and refine. And that precisely is the insidious trap. Because each time you consciously choose to bypass or skip one of these seemingly small habits, You drift just a little further, imperceptibly at first, from the magnificent life you genuinely aspire to create. But here's the magnificent news, the liberating truth that shines through Carnegie's optimistic lens. That very same principle works profoundly in your favor. When you consciously choose to engage in these small, consistent actions, when you begin planning your days with intention, when you diligently feed your mind with wisdom, when you consistently move your body, when you review your goals with unwavering focus, when you practice gratitude intentionally, when you speak with purpose and positivity, when you reflect and prepare for tomorrow, when you master your time, and when you actively cultivate resilience and build meaningful relationships, something truly remarkable begins to unfold. Suddenly you look up, and your entire life has undergone a profound metamorphosis. Your self-confidence soars to unprecedented heights. Your relationships deepen, becoming richer and more authentic. Your energy levels rebound, invigorating your every endeavor. And most importantly, you find yourself becoming someone you are genuinely proud of, a person of increasing clarity, discipline, and unwavering direction. Small habits, when repeated with fidelity and purpose each day, meticulously build a big, impactful life. A life characterized by crystal-clear clarity, a life imbued with unwavering discipline, a life guided by unwavering direction, a life, in the truest sense of the word, worth living. So here is my ultimate challenge to you. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not postpone this transformation. Pick just one habit, any one of these we've discussed, and start today. And tomorrow simply do it again, and again, and again. Because the individual who truly controls their habits is the individual who, without a shadow of a doubt, controls their magnificent future. This is the authentic pathway to becoming truly unstoppable. This is how you, with deliberate intent and consistent effort, build a life that is not just successful, but profoundly meaningful and deeply